Good afternoon. I'm going to say this again. There we go. Good afternoon. How are y'all? Good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm looking forward to this so much. All y'all over there, if I would have known it was fancy dress, I would have said everybody wear a pirate hat, right? But one thing we can do is we can all do the pirate salute. So we can all say, "Arr." Thank you for working so hard all day to present this to us. We are delighted to be here and to have this fun experience. Want to say to all of you, welcome to Grace Presbyterian Church, to these summer sings. Lisa's going to tell us a little bit more about stuff, but we're just delighted to have you here. So welcome in the name of our church.
Thank you, Pastor Craig. It is a pleasure to have everybody here. I have my flag and my eye patch. This is our fourth season of Summer Sings, and if you look at the back of your program, you'll see the other two that we're going to have. July 13th, we have the Krause Requiem. Again, it'll be right here at 5:30 for the concert. And August 17th, we have Make a Joyful Noise, which is a really fun program of sacred choral favorites. So I wanted to have a quick explanation. This is a concert version of Pirates of Penzance, and we've pulled this together in just one day. So it is a bit of a trimmed down version, but I assure you it includes all the favorites that you know and love. But it will run for just an hour once we begin. And Act 1 will go right into Act 2. There's no intermission, though if you look closely, you might see a couple people change a hat or two, go from a pirate to a policeman or something like that. So look for that. We do have offering baskets in the back. Please donate if you feel led to do so. It helps us to offset the cost of these summer sings. And we're getting really good with the technology. Right here up front, there's a QR code. So if you want to donate and do one of those little jobs on your phone, that actually works. We'll take that too. Thank you very much. The plot summary is there in case you don't know the show. Raise your hand if you know this show. Oh, you're going to have such a good time. They've done such a beautiful job today. Okay, so without further ado, the Pirates of Penzance.
But this is quite unaccountable. A keener hand at scuttling a keener aficionado for cutting out a white star and never shipped a handspike.
Yes, I have done my best for you, and why? It was my duty under my indentures, and I am the slave of duty. As a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your man. It was through an error, no matter, the mistake was ours, not yours, and I was in honor bound by it.
An error? What error?
I may not tell you, it would reflect upon my well-loved brood.
Nay, dear master, my mind has long been gnawed by the cankering tooth of mystery. Better have it out at once. When Frederick was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring. His father thought he'd prentice him to some career seafaring. I was, alas, his nursling, and so it fell to our lot to take and find the promising boy, apprentice to a pilot. A life not bad for a hardy lad, though surely not a pilot. Though hard on nurse, you might do worse than make your boy a pilot. I was a stupid nursery on breakers full steering, and I could not catch the word aright through being hard of hearing, mistaking my instructions which within my brain did gyrate. I took and found the promising boy, apprentice to a pirate. A sad mistake it was to make, and doom him to a pilot. I bound him to a pirate view instead of to a pilot. Oh, pardon, Frederick, pardon.
Rise, sweet one, I pardoned you long ago.
The two words were so much alike.
They still are. Though years have rolled over their heads, but this afternoon my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with most affection and unspeakable, but collectively, I look upon you with a disgust that amounts to absolute detestation. Oh, pity me, my beloved friends, for such is my sense of duty that, once out of my indentures, I shall feel myself bound to devote myself heart and soul to your extermination.
Well, Frederick, if you conscientiously feel that it is your duty to destroy us, we cannot blame you for acting on that conviction. Always act in accordance with the dictates of your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
Besides, we can offer you but little temptation if you remain with us. We can't seem to make piracy pay.
I know
why
why.
that is what it is.
I know why, but alas, I mustn't tell you, it wouldn't be right.
Why not, my boy? It's only 11:30, and you're one of us until the clock strikes 12.
True, and until then, you are bound to protect our interests.
Well, then, it is my duty as a pirate to tell you that you are too tender-hearted. For instance, you make a point to never attack somebody weaker than you, and when you attack stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
There is some truth in that.
Then again, you make a point of never attacking an orphan.
Yeah, of course. We are but orphans ourselves and know what it is.
Yes, but it has got about, and what is the consequence? Everyone we capture says he's an orphan. The last 3 ships we took proved to be manned entirely by orphans, and so we had to let them go. One would think that Great Britain's mercantile navy was recruited solely from her orphan asylums, which we know is not the case.
But hang it all, you wouldn't have us absolutely merciless.
There's my difficulty. Until 12 o'clock I would, after 12 I wouldn't. Was ever a man placed in so delicate a situation?
And Ruth, your own Ruth, whom you love so much, and who has won her middle-aged way into your boyish heart. What is to become of her?
Oh, he will take you with him.
Well, Ruth, I feel some little difficulty about you. It is true that I admire you very much, but I've been constantly at sea since I was 8 years old, and yours is the only woman's face I've seen during that time. I think it is a sweet face.
It is? Oh, it is.
I say I think it is. That is my impression. But as I have never had an opportunity to comparing you with other women, it is just possible I may be mistaken.
True.
What a terrible thing it would be if I were to marry this innocent person and then find out that she is on the whole playing.
Oh, Ruth is very, very well indeed.
Yes. There are the remains of a fine woman.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Then I will not be so selfish as to take her from you. In justice to her and in consideration for you, I will leave her behind.
No, Frederick, this must not be. We are rough men who lead a rough life, but we are not so utterly heartless as to deprive thee of thy love. I think I am right in saying that there is not one here who would rob thee of this inestimable treasure, for all the world holds dear.
Not one.
No, I thought there wasn't. Keep thy love, Frederick. Keep thy love.
Oh, very good. I'm sure.
Well, it's top of the tide and we must be off. Farewell, Frederick. When your process of extermination begins, let our deaths be as swift and painless as you conveniently make them.
I will. By the love I have for you, I swear it. Would that you could render this extermination unnecessary by accompanying me back to civilization?
No, Frederick, it cannot be. I don't think much of our profession, but contrasted with respectability, it is comparatively honest. No, Frederick, I shall live and die a pirate king. Oh, better far to live and die under the brave black flag I fly than play a sanctimonious part with a pirate head and a pirate heart.
Ruth, I will be quite candid with you. You are very dear to me, as you know, but I must be circumspect. You see, you are considerably older than I. A lad of 21 usually looks for a wife of 17.
A wife of 17? In me, you will find a wife of 1,000.
No, but I shall find you a wife of 47, and that is quite enough. Ruth, tell me candidly, without reserve, compared with other women, how are you?
I will tell you truthfully, master. Aside from this little cold, I am quite well, thank you.
I'm sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
I've been told so, dear master.
Ah, but lately?
Oh no, years and years ago.
What do you think of yourself?
It is a delicate question to answer, but I think I'm a fine woman.
That is your candid opinion?
Yes, and I would be deceiving you if I told you otherwise.
Thank you, Ruth. I believe you, for I am sure you would not practice on my inexperience. I wish to do the right thing, and if you are really a fine woman, your age shall be no obstacle to our union. Hark! Surely I hear voices. Who has ventured to approach our all but inaccessible lair? Can it be the Coast Guard? It doesn't sound like the Coast Guard.
It is the voices of young girls. If he should see them, I'm lost.
Oh, by all that is marvelous, a bevy of beautiful maidens.
Lost.
How lovely, how surpassingly lovely is the plainest of them. What grace, what delicacy, what refinement. And Ruth told me she was beautiful. You told me you were fair and bold.
Mister, am I not so?
And now I see you're plain and cold.
Sure, it's not a jack soul.
Upon my innocence you claim.
I'm not the one to cluck so.
Your face is like your hair is gray.
Don't you really like so?
Faithless woman to deceive me, I would trust and so.
Master, do not leave me. Give me a little.
Faithless woman,
Master,
faithless woman,
master, do not leave me.
deceive me, I would trust and so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I would trust and so.
Climbing over rocky mountains, skipping rivulet and fountains, passing where the willows quiver, passing where the willows quiver, by the ever-rolling river, swollen with the summer rain, threading on the leafy places, dotted with unnumbered daisies, dotted with unnumbered daisies, sailing rough and rugged passes, like the hardy little lasses, still not rising shining. Sailing rough and rugged passes, like the hardy little lasses, still not rising shining. Let us sailing shed a measure, feed the cause of fleeting pleasure. Let us all true alike, though it perish high and fine. Let us all true alike, though it perish high and fine. Let us sailing shed a measure, feed the cause of fleeting pleasure. Let us all true alike.
Greetings, ladies. Would any of you perchance be interested in the soon-to-be ex-pirates?
no, not one.
Not one.
No, no, yes, one. Tis
words. We propose to marry your daughter.
Oh, dear me.
Against our will, Papa, against our will.
Oh, but you mustn't do that. May I ask? This is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not familiar with it. What are you?
We are all single gentlemen.
Oh, yes, I gather that. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Papa, don't believe them. They are pirates. The pirates of Penzance.
The Pirates of Penzance? Oh, I've often heard of them.
Well, all except this gentleman. Who was a pirate once, but who is out of his indentures today, and who means to lead a blameless life evermore.
Oh, but wait a bit. I object to pirates as sons-in-laws.
We object to Major Generals as fathers-in-law. But we weigh that point. We do not press it, we look over it.
An idea. And do you mean to say that you would deliberately rob me of these, the sole remaining properties of my old age, and leave me to go through the remainder of my life, unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Well, yes, that's the idea.
Tell me, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Here we are again.
I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Orphan.
Yes, orphan. Have you ever known what it is to be one?
I say orphan.
I don't think we quite understand one another. I ask you if you ever known what it is to be an orphan, and you say orphan. As I understand you, you're merely repeating the word orphan to show that you understand me.
I didn't repeat the word orphan.
Oh, pardon me, you did indeed.
I only repeated it once.
Oh, but you repeated it.
But not often.
Stop. I think I see where we are getting confused. When you say orphan, did you mean orphan a person who has lost his parents, or orphan frequently?
I beg pardon. I see what you mean. Frequently.
Ah, so you said orphan frequently.
No, only once.
Exactly, you said orphan frequently, only once.
It is easy to
will try, dear Mabel, but why does he sit night after night in this drafty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? Why do I sit here? To escape from the pirates' clutches, I describe myself as an orphan, and heaven help me, I am no orphan. I've come here to humble myself before the tombs of my ancestors and to implore their pardon for having brought dishonor upon the family escutcheon.
But you forget, sir, you only bought the property a year ago, and the stucco on your baronial castle is scarcely dry.
Oh, Frederick, in this castle are ancestors. You cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought the chapel and its contents. I don't know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are. And I shudder to think that they're descended by purchase, which I may so describe myself. I should have brought disgrace upon one. I have no doubt it was an unstained escutcheon.
Oh, be comforted. Had you not acted as you did, these reckless men would assuredly have called in the nearest clergyman and have buried your large family on the spot.
Oh, I thank you for your prophet's solace, but it is unavailing. I assure you, Frederick, that such is the anguish and remorse I feel at the abominable falsehood by which I escaped these easily deluded pirates, that I would go to their simple-minded chief this very night and confess all. Did I not fear that the consequences would be most disastrous to myself? What time does your expedition march against these scoundrels?
At 11, and before midnight, I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges by sweeping them from the face of the earth. And then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Are your devoted followers at hand?
They are. They only wait for my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort, Lionhearted, be summoned to receive a general's blessing ere they depart upon their dread adventure.
Dear sir, they come.
The moment as you steal, the uncomfortable feel. We find the wisest thing is to strap our chests and sing, or with friend with the mute, and your heart is in your boots. There is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound.
now for the pirate's lair. Oh, joy unbounded. Oh, sweet relief. Oh, rapture unexampled. At last I may atone, in some slight measure, for my repeated acts of the theft and pillage, of which, at a sense of duty's stern dictation, I, circumstances given, victim, have been guilty.
John Frederick, your late commander.
And I, your little Ruth.
Oh, mad intruders, how dare ye face me? I not a rash ones, that I have doomed ye to extermination.
Have mercy on us. Here shall you slaughter.
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should alloy our stern resentment, and so I will be merciful. Say on.
When you had left our pirate fort, we tried to raise our spirits quite according to the custom of quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard, we laid and sobbed upon the rocks, until to somebody occurred a startling paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox, with quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to beat this paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox.
We knew your taste for curious quips, for cranks and contradictions weird, and with the laughter on our lips, we wished you there to hear. We said if we could tell him how Frederick would the joke enjoy, and so we've risked both life and limb to tell it to our boy. That paradox, that most ingenious paradox, with quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to beat this paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox. For some ridiculous reason, to which, however, I've no desire to be disloyal, some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided that although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty, 1 year in every 4 his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born in leap year on the 29th of February. And so, by a simple arithmetical process, you'll easily discover that though you've lived 21 years, yet if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit older.
Dear me, let's see. Yes, yes, with your figures to agree. How quaint the ways of paradox, at common sense she gaily mocks, though counting in the usual way, is 21 I've been alive, yet reckoning on my natal day, yet reckoning by my natal day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I am a little boy of 5.
He's a little boy of 5.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox.
upon my word, that is most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 1/4? No one would think it to look at me.
You are glad now. I'll be bound that you spared us. You would have never had forgiven yourself if you discovered you had killed your comrades.
My comrades?
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your position. You were apprenticed to us
Until I reach my 21st year.
No, until you reached your 21st birthday. And going by birthdays, you are as yet only 5 1/4.
You don't mean to say you were going to hold me to that?
No, we merely remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty.
Don't put it on that footing. As I was merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist on the letter of your bond, just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
We insist upon nothing. We content ourselves with pointing out your sense of duty.
Your duty.
Well, you have appealed to my sense of duty, and my duty is only too clear. I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought that I have ever been mixed up with it. But duty is before all. At any price, I will do my duty.
Bravely spoken. Come, you are one of us once more.
Lead on, I follow. Oh, horror!
What is the matter?
Ought I tell you? No, I cannot do it. And yet, as one of your band...
Speak out. I charge you by that sense of conscientiousness to which we have never yet appealed in vain.
General Stanley, the father of my Mabel,
Yes.
he escaped from you on the plea that he was an orphan?
He did.
Breaks my heart to betray the honored father of the girl I adore, but as your apprentice, I have no alternative. It is my duty to tell you that General Stanley is no orphan.
What?
More than that, he never was one.
Am I to understand that to save his contemptible life, he dared to practice on our credulous simplicity? Our revenge shall be swift and terrible. We will go and collect our band and attack Tremorden Castle this very night.
But stay!
Not a word! He is doomed!
No, Mabel, no. A terrible disclosure has just been made. Mabel, my dear
putting it.
No matter. He will not so leave, for he has allied himself once more with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely. You know nothing about it. He has acted nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I loved him before, his heroic sacrifice to his sense of duty has endeared him to me tenfold. He has done his duty. I will do mine. Go ye and do yours.
Righto.
Hush, hush, not a word. I see a light inside. The Major General comes, so quickly hide.
Yes, yes, the Major General comes. Yes, yes, the Major General comes.
Yes, yes, the Major General comes, tormented by the anguish dread of falsehood on the tone. I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and turned and groaned. The man who finds his conscience ache no peace at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise.
No, all is still in hill on hill. My mind is set at ease. So still the scene, it must have been the sighing of the breeze.
Now what is this and what is that and why does father leave his rest at such a time of night? Is this so very incompletely met? Your father is and always was the most methodical of men. It is his really of a rule to go to bed at half past 10. To speak to words yet and be here counting all the numbers. At such a time of night is this so very incompletely dressed. So very incompletely dressed. At such a time of night.
Forward, my men, and seize that general there. His life is over. Yes, we're the pirates of despair.
Frederick here, no joy, oh rapture, summon your men and effect their capture.
So gentle maid, well I would if I could, but I am not able.
He's telling the truth, he is not able. With hasty speed, you burnt upon our feelings. Revenge is sweet, and pleasures all at ease. With courage rare and resolution manly, for death prepare, unhappy General Stanley. Yes, we are here, the river to conceal. So to constabulary pirates here. We triumph now, for hell we crown. No mortal fears our shores. No private man that take his stand at the
To gain a brief advantage you can try, but your proud triumph will not be for light.
Don't say an orphan, for we know that name.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you yield, we charge
remove that statement is because with all folks we love our house of pills. I pray you pardon me, ex-pirate king. Pills will be pills, and you will have to fling. Resume your ranks and legislative duties, and take my daughters, all of whom are beauties.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, can the principals please take a bow in order? Ruth and yeah, on down the line there. Take a bow, Ruth. Yes. Yes. And Frederick. And Miss Mabel. And the Pious. And the Major General. Yes. And keep the applause going for David Kunchar, the pianist. He's amazing. Woo! All right. And one more for the chorus. Thank you, guys. Really great day. Woo! I do want to say 2 words of thanks. First to Travis and Mary Lynn Lewis. You see all that happens here, but not only do they learn their parts and get costumes and the whole 9 yards, but they fed us lunch today. They fed us dinner today. They did all the registrations and all the work that you see up front there. So honestly, they work 3 times as hard as I do. So thank you guys. Honestly, it's unbelievable. And one more shout out to Jason Williams in the back. He's doing our live streaming. Hello there in TV land. Awesome. Okay, remember there are 2 more of these fun things. We have one in July, one in August. And please, if you are able to do so, give us a donation so we can keep all this fun going, and or use the little QR code and do it that way. Anyway, thank you all very much. We're so appreciative for you to be here this evening. Thank you. Great job, everybody. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, so are you?